Hey, what's up, guys? Footy Manager TV here. Another 5 years into the game. See, as you can see at the top right-hand corner there, June, 2018. So this is about 5 seasons in. The other video was really long, but it's gotten a lot of viewers, a lot of comments. So I thought I might as well make another one, and I'll also leave the save game in the description so you can download it and find any specific players you want, because obviously it'll be too much for me to go through everyone. But here I'm going to go through the really top players and by country as well. First off, Lionel Messi, the best player in the game, starting off here at 30 years of age now. He's superstar. Look at his attributes. I'm not sure if he's any more better than he was, but as you can see, look how much goals he just dominated. The first season was his best season. Look at that. Every season, he's had a rating over 8. I've never really seen that in my history of playing Football Manager. Also, Neymar went to Barcelona. Here's his attributes at 26 years of age, sorry. He's just banging the goals in, as you can see. He's getting 8 points. See, even his start at Santos, he wasn't getting an 8 rating, but now he is. Barcelona spent 67 million, but I've shown him in already in the previous one. Cesc Fabregas, probably one of the best centre mids, 31 years of age now. If I check out his history, getting heaps of assists, a couple up and down seasons. This season he's been dominant. So even when he's still 31 years of age, he's still getting in the most assists he's ever got in his Barcelona career. And next, look at the top Barcelona player. But here, Sheridan Shaqiri. Look at that. He's gone to Manchester United in real life. Well, not real life, in the game, sorry. Yeah, his agility, very good. Good attributes. I'm not sure if they just signed... Yeah, they just signed him in the game from Bayern Munich. As you can see, solid performances. Nothing outstanding. 2015, 2016 season, got 17 assists. But nothing outstanding. To me, his attributes don't look that good, but that's just me. But apparently he's in the top players. Gerard Piqué, still at 31 years of age. Fantastic stats for a central defender. Yeah, even at 31, he's still good enough. I'll check out his ratings again, and look at that. He gets a lot of assists, man of the matches, all that kind of thing. Very good defender. If you have the money, you should buy it. Even Iker Casillas, look at this, 37 years of age and still 21 on ones. That's what I mean about it doesn't really matter how old the goalkeeper is. They're still fantastic. He's still one of the best goalkeepers at the game at 37 years of age. And look at that, 190 caps for Spain. That's just crazy. If that's not the record, I'm not sure who would beat that. And see, as you can see here, look, clean sheets. He's still getting as much... look at the first season, he conceded 40 goals, and this season just 36 and one less match. So he's still doing as good as he was at the start of the career. Here's one Asamoah, who's at Juventus, I believe, one of the best attacking or centre mids, not attacking, just general centre mids in the game. Can play defensive mid or wide on the left. Fantastic player. Can score goals, but not so much goals. As you can see here, he's a crazy assist player. Like for Juventus in the last season of the game, before he went to United, he got 18 assists and only 2 goals. So he's more of an assist player, but he's fantastic. He's strong and pacey. As you know, Aguero, also one of the best strikers in the game. Finishing isn't that great, but for like a top player, 15 is okay. But yeah, his other attributes, he'll be good as attacking mid in my opinion because of his passing. And I think his finishing should be maybe a bit higher, but maybe if you work on that, that may increase. But every season he's shown he's a good goal scorer, as you see by his assists or his attributes there and his history. Sergio Ramos, obviously a good player, best defender, still 32, can play right back or central defense. But his attacking attributes, I would play him as a right back, but he's recently been transformed to a centre back, so he's got attributes to suit in that. And like I showed in my last video, Romulo, the best defensive mid in the game, at least 5 seasons in when others retire. Guys like Mascherano, Alex Song, when they retire, this guy is the best. Or when they get too old, this guy's probably the best option if you're looking to buy someone. But a lot of these I went through in my last one. So Ganzo as well went to Barcelona. So Barcelona swooped those two Brazilian, him and Neymar. As you can see, very good player. I don't want to make this video too long. At least not as... I still want to make it a bit long, but not as long as the last one. As you can see here, I just want to show a bit... guys you probably wouldn't know. Lucas Leiva, I didn't expect him to be this good, but very high rated. He's in the top players, so he's very good as a defensive midfielder. He's a very good passer, good technique, really good tackling. If you have the money, he'll be very good. Some people like to buy real on so much young players, but really, I think you should... you might as well spend the money on players that are already proven themselves, maybe 21, 22 years of age. It just really depends what team you are. But like I said, I'll put the save game in the description, and you can check out all the players you want. Next, I just want to see the top players that in each, like the top countries. First off, in Italy, we have a few. I'm trying to search for players you might not have known yet. Francesco Bardi. As you can see, he's in the Italian national team in this season, about 5 or 6 seasons in. I think he starts at Inter, that is, and I'm not sure if he would have started. I have no idea how a lot of these players start, especially because I haven't really managed in the Italian league, but he has good reflexes, so he may be cheap. So this is about 6 seasons in. He might have been like 20 years old, 19, so he could be a good player depending how cheap you can get him for. See, a lot, really, like 20 years old, they're going to be regens. I'll just show you one so you might see the regen. Here's Roberto Gandola, but I'm sure that doesn't really matter because he won't be in your game. Now just look for David E. Santon in the Italian team. Starts at Newcastle, obviously. Has moved to AC Milan. To me, his attributes haven't improved that much, but he is a really solid left back and can play right back as well. He's good enough already. And yeah, he's a really good player. He doesn't... In the game, fullbacks don't really have amazing stats. You just their mental attributes are really important in my opinion, like their anticipation, positioning, work rate, that kind of thing, depending what role they have. If they're attacking or a bit more defensive, like I said, just how you play. And yeah, a lot of these players are a bit older. Lorenzo Christic, he starts young in the game. As you can see, this is how good he gets. Now he's at Parma. Just want to see how he developed through the history. And the first season, he didn't do as great, obviously on loan, and then he really moved on into a superstar player. His best season was this season, in my opinion. Look at that, 12 assists, 12 player of the matches, and got a really good rating. He'll be a bit cheaper at the start. I can't remember correctly, but you may be able to approach to sign him. Not sure. Andrea Poli, he's probably the next Andrea Pirlo in the like the same Italian type, and he'll be cheaper. But as the game goes on, he gets more expensive. Really good passer. Marco Verratti obviously starts at PSG, still there, so he's a very loyal player, a very good flair for a centre mid, and he creates a lot. I had him in a couple, or at least one save in Football Manager, not on YouTube, but he is a very good player, centre mid, for a more attacking type to create goals, not bad defensively either. And here's Stefan Al-Sharari. Obviously, he's a key player, but his attributes don't really scream at me like as an amazing player, but he's worth still 30 million. But we'll see if he reflected it in the results. See, to me, he hasn't really been amazing. So, really, for him to be worth 30 million, I don't see that. Maybe it's just me. Only one season is this season where he's got over 7 rating. So, I don't think he's worth that much. But that's much my opinion. Fabio Borini, I think he starts at Liverpool. Yep, Liverpool. Then he doesn't do too good, but then he moved it to Juventus. Obviously gotten a bit better since then. Best season, 2015-16 season, 24 goals in 35 appearances. Very good season there. So later in the game, he does improve. Lorenzo Insigne, I'm not sure, as you can see, attributes right here. 27 years old, 6 years in. His finishing is pretty good. Composure isn't that great for a striker, and his jumping, he's not that really strong enough. Well, he's got good strength, but I think he's probably too small for a striker. You probably want to play him out wider as attacking mid, but he gets the goals. That's the main thing. So if he gets the goals, we don't have to argue with that. Best season again. A lot of players are having their best seasons in the 2015-16 season, so I'm not sure why that is. But yeah, the latest season he scored 16 goals. And the season before that, only 19 appearances, so you can't really judge that. I think he might have had an injury, but obviously I'm not too sure. This guy, he showed in my strikers in my last video, one of the best strikers in the game. He's got strength, got speed, and really good finishing. Manola Gabardini, he's a superstar, but it will be hard to get him. I think he starts at Inter, so that's, like I said, it will be... Wait, I just want to see his goals again. As you can see, he's a superstar goal scorer. Look at that. Latest season, 23 goals, 34 appearances. He's going to score you the goals if you can get him early. As you can see, the first season he was on loan to Bologna, only 1 goal in 23 appearances. So if he does similar to that and doesn't really have a good rating, he may do bad. See, at Juventus, the first season he had nothing. So I'm not sure if he's on loan or something, but you may get him for cheap. I'm not quite too sure. But anyway, that's Italy, their best players in 5 or 6 seasons in. Interesting to see. Colombia is second in the world ranking, so it'll be interesting to see where they are. As you can see, David Ospina, he's 29, maybe he'll be 23, 24. He's a solid goalkeeper. As you can see, good ratings there. Yeah, I want to see. Some of their young players must have done good. That's a regen, obviously. Bernardo, Not quite too sure who this guy is. He seems okay, but nothing special for you to really notice. Jason Murillo. He's a good young player in the game. Very cheap at the start. You can get it for 1 mil, 2 mil, or something around that, or even cheaper. As you can see here, playing at Fiorentina now, so a top European team, or at least Europa League status. So he's one that you could really go for. I don't think he'd be a top 4 club, or at least in the Premier League. Maybe he is. He's not. He's pretty pacey for a centre back. But yeah, like I said, he starts really cheap, so you can at the least make profit on him. I'm not sure if this player is real. Nah, he's fake. They get a lot of good regens in my experience as well. I'm not going to attempt to say this guy's name, but anyway, he seems a solid player, still pretty cheap. A couple other ones, but these are around 30 years of age. They don't really matter, but obviously, just want to show you Freddie Guarin, not quite too sure to pronounce his name, but anyway, he's a solid player. If you can pick him up early, he's not too young in the game, like around 25, but he's a really good centre mid, very good at long shots. James Rodriguez, one of probably their best player, starts at like 21, 22. And look at that attributes, very good, very solid player, and he's now he's still at FC Porto, so credit to him at staying there, not really getting away by like to Man City, those kind of teams, but offered a lot of money, but he can do a job at that level. As you can see, he's dominating in the Portuguese league. I just want to see anyone else they have really of note. Carlos Cobonero, I didn't hear of this guy before, and he's at Liverpool, so he's off the ball. Some people see, if you look at this guy's stats, he seems as an average striker, but his off the ball makes him a good striker, and plus the pace. As you can see here, he's a really good goal scorer. Started in these, I'm not quite too sure if that's the Colombian leagues or not, but then he moved to Shakhtar, and then he started to do well. Then Liverpool noticed him. Then he's gone to the Premier League and done well. So if he is cheap in the game, like at the start of the first season, I would recommend trying to find out how cheap you can get him for, because I didn't know about him till now. Also, Victor Ababo in the Italian league. Now he's gone to Liverpool. As you see, he starts at Cagliari, and he moves to Liverpool as well for 40 million. So that's heaps. As you can see, he's got some good attributes in certain areas, but some of his attributes aren't that good, but they're like, tackling, passing may be important depending on your formation for the striker, but he'll score you goals. Only thing will worry me, he's 11 finishing. That's only for me, but Muriel, another good young player. He's got good attributes, but he doesn't seem outstanding to me, but he does get the goals. I don't really like strikers, especially for low stamina, that really shouts out at me that I wouldn't really get him. And no one else really that's young enough. Might as well just show Falcao, as he's still a super striker in the game. Very good finisher. Let's see, what's his best season? Still stayed at Atletico Madrid. Credit to him. Best season, 2014-2015 season, scored 25 goals. So he's obviously always, every season, scoring heaps of goals. So that's Colombia. They've got a really good team. So it's very interesting to see their second in the world rankings. So you might want to pick up some of their players in your career. Argentina as well. They developed, obviously, there's heaps of players I would have showed already, like Messi and Aguero. Salvadori, one of the younger goalkeepers. Sorry, he's a regen, but they develop good regens as well. Sergio Romero, he's not really a young player in the game, but a really solid goalkeeper. He's an eccentric goalkeeper, but obviously he's still world class. I just want to see Marcos Rojo, showed him as well. He's a very solid left back. If you want a left back that's not that good at attacking but really better at defense, I don't find really fullbacks that are really this good at marking and tackling with 17. That's really good in strength. He's more of a defensive type but not bad attacking as well. Can play centre back also. And Lisandro Lopez, he's a very good centre back, as you can see by his attributes here. 28 years old, would have started 21, 22 in the game. You can get him for really cheap. He's 20 million now. He's at Atletico Madrid, but I'm pretty sure you can get him really cheap. I think Atletico would have bought him. He's at this team, Arsenal de Sarandi. He's at them, and you can get him pretty cheap, I think. But no, don't quote me on that. Mino, this guy is a good left back if you can get him for cheap. Obviously now gone to Chelsea, so he would have been at a cheaper team, Boca as well, so you could get him cheap if you can get him very early. As you can see, he gets a lot of assists in his first season at Boca. You can get him cheap as quick as you can get him, really. I would recommend just try and get him as quick as you can. Santiago Moralve, another regen, so trying to get past these regens. I think these 23, Lucas Ocampos, I know him for sure. Yeah, very good player, still only 23, look how good he is. And he's still at AS Monaco FC. He's starting to get goals now. Very good pacey. He's a natural striker, but I play him out wide because of his pace and trickery. And really, the rest of the players, you should know about them as they're more popular. So yeah, this is basically, you can do this yourself. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll just check out Holland. I'll do Holland then England because obviously England is popular. He's a really cheap goalkeeper, Mickey van der Hart. He's worth 5 million now, but he starts really cheap at Ajax. As you can see, he's not really a starting. He starts here, only gets one appearance, and he had a poor first appearance there, so you might be able to get him on the cheap. De Vrij, he's a pretty good central defender. Probably has a good mid-table Premier League team. You should be able to get him cheap earlier in the career. Let's check out a couple other guys. Not sure who would be. Jetro Williams, obviously. One of the better, he's one of the better left backs, but he doesn't seem amazing to me. But tackling 14, marking 15 is passable, as there's no really amazing left backs in the game that I notice. Really, Jordy Classy, he's really good centre mid, a Holland or Netherlands, whatever you want to call them. Very good. Look at those mental attributes. I recommend picking him up. And not really sure, Luciano Narsing. He's a good wide player, very good dribbling, crossing, pace, that kind of thing. If you can afford him, jump on him. Adam Ma, he develops really good. As you can see, look at his value now. Gone to Tottenham Hotspur, and really, he's a superstar. Just gone to them recently. So if you can get him a bit cheaper, he doesn't perform well until maybe 3 or 4 seasons, but then he comes as a really good attacking midfielder. And that's Achaba. Again, the guy, he can't really see. Look at his eyes, but look, he seems to be able to score goals, so no problem with that. Anyway, that seems to be it. Luke Castagnos, and again, he's a really good finisher. Got strength, got pace. So if you can pick him up for a reasonable price, he's gone to Tottenham as well. He'll score you the goals. Like I said, I'll just check out England next. Let's see where they're dropped to 11th. So let's check out them. And like I said, I'll put the save game in the description, and you can check out whatever players you want because it will take so long to check out all these players. But Kyle Walker, probably the best right back. To me, Man City always buys him. He's got pace. But like I said, these fullbacks don't have amazing tackling stats. They just have okay, like 15 or 14, and they have good attributes in other areas. So when you're looking for a fullback, mostly look for positioning, work rate, especially for attacking fullbacks, positioning and that kind of thing. So yeah, he can play out wide. You can teach him play as a right winger. He'd be pretty effective in that, in my opinion. Depends really on the kind of formation you play. And let's see what guys they're bringing through. Obviously, Smalling at Manchester United, but now he's gone to Juventus. Very good centre back, world class in the game, but he hasn't got that good ratings. Phil Jones, Manchester United. If I was Manchester United, try and keep Jones and Smalling together, and you've got your central defensive partnership right there. No need to change that. And Jones can also play as a defensive mid or a centre midfield role if you need be. Shawcross, he's 30 years of age now, a bit older in the game. This video, I'm trying to show a bit more popular players that are like 21, 22. So yeah, he's a very good defender. He's gone to Juventus as well, so Juventus like to pick up these English defenders. Steven Kolka starts at Tottenham. He's at Liverpool now. A very good defender, good jumping, not bad pace. He's very strong, a good defender. If you're Tottenham, don't think about letting him go. Ryan Bertrand starts at Chelsea, obviously, but again, he's another fullback that's pretty good. He went to Chelsea, but he really wasn't making the grade there. Went to Stoke on loan, but then went to Newcastle on loan the following season for 4.1 mil. They picked him up the next season, and then he started to perform better in the last couple seasons for Newcastle. And after this, I'll check the positions of the Premier League, see who's doing good. But for now, Jack Cork, he's starts pretty young in the game, 21, 22 years of age. Sorry, but here, as you can see, he's playing for England, so he's not valued heaps at the start, and now he's into a regular England player. So if you have the money, he'll be a solid player for you if you need that position. Jordan Henderson, he's an okay player. A very good passer. He can play out wide, but better in the middle with his good passing. He doesn't have too much pace, but he's got good crossing as well. He can do that. He can play out wide or in the middle. Just depends what you prefer him, really. Will Hughes starts at Derby County. One of the few players, or he starts at Derby County. They have another good player. I can't remember his name, but he's a striker. I think it's Bennett, Mason Bennett. I'll check him after I check all these players. But yeah, he's a very good passer in attacking midfield. Got good strength, stamina, so he'll be very good. So if they've got a lot of younger players that start younger into the game that are playing for England national team now, Thomas Ince, very good left winger, good crossing, and good dribbling, obviously. So he's a very good winger. He can play that role very good. Nick Powell at Manchester United, he fulfills his potential. Very good first touch. And if you play like a quick game, first touch passing, he'll be very good with that. And like I said, I don't really need to check out all these players. You know, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, he comes into a superstar for Arsenal. I wouldn't let him go, as they didn't. Same, they've got Wilshere as well. A lot of injury problems, but he's just a super player. It seems he's got over the injury problems in this season. I'll check all the seasons because look at that. He doesn't seem to have injury problems in the game. Maybe one season, but look at that. As the seasons go on, he comes into probably the best centre mid in the game, in my opinion, just because of his age. Wayne Rooney, obviously still 32 years of age, playing for Manchester United, still not leaving. Might as well show his stats of what he does. Scores heaps of goals. Very good ratings, gets assists as well. He's a superstar, but I doubt Man United will want to sell him. Jay Rodriguez, a very interesting one. Starts at Southampton. He's still there. He's a very good finisher. Best thing about him, composure. For me, I actually had him in one career. Never misses. His composure, 20 out of 20. One-on-one with the keeper. He just puts it away nicely past him with a nice finesse shot. And yeah, just really low finishes. And the keeper, most of the time, he rarely misses in my experience. Luke Freeman is an interesting one. He starts, I think, in League One. League One with Stevenage. So, and then he's worth heaps. So I would imagine in League One he wouldn't be worth too much. And then he comes into a really solid Premier League striker. So I would recommend trying to pick him up. He's a really good finisher. Got a bit of flair. Very good long shots as well. He's strong. Got a bit of pace. So he's very high recommended. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. And like I said, just to finish it off, I just want to show the Premier League for your curiosity to see who's doing best in the league. Here we go. Tottenham, the team I clicked on by luck, they're first. They were champions. So I might as well show you all through the season. They won this season. Some interesting results here, but nothing really. Liverpool still struggling in the league. Chelsea dominant. Man City couldn't qualify for Champions League. And good, interesting to see Blackburn back. I can't be bothered going through it. I want to see, you might as well want to see Blackburn as well. But like I said, I'll have the save game in the description. You can check out all the stuff you like. I want to see any of their dominant players. Obviously, they've got a pretty good youth. They got this guy, Leon Clegg, coming through. But I'm not sure if they have any current players. Anthony Lozano, he's actually one that, obviously I wouldn't have found him because he plays for some country that's not in the top. Obviously, Honduras. He's a very good striker, Anthony Lozano. He's very cheap at the start. I recommend you get him. I'm pretty sure Blackburn would have picked him up on the cheap. Look at that. Rapid Ween. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. But anyway, look at that. He's so cheap. He went on loan to Valencia, I think, right there. Only 3 appearances, but he gets a superstar in the game, scores heaps of goals. Went to Blackburn for only 3.6 million. And when he goes to the Premier League and dominates, look how much he's worth now. He's one you could decide to pick up. James MacArthur starts at Wigan. I've got a Wigan career on FM Scout TV. Go check them out as well. I'll be doing careers on there and can become the superstar. So great to see. For me, I would love to see that. His improvements in the team. Actually, I'll check out Wigan later for myself to see which players come good. But anyway, they've signed up good players. Oscar Heilemark, he's another one. His mental attributes are pretty good. You can pick him up really cheap as well. I might as well show that just for proof. As you can see here, Genk picks him up for only 1.8 million, so you can get him on really on the cheap. And I'm pretty sure that's really only the real cheap players they have. Marcos Alonso, another guy, he's a pretty solid left back. Yeah, but that's pretty much it for now. I just want to leave it at this, because that's pretty much all the things I want to show. But like I said, you can check all the stuff out you like. Just want to show another striker they have, Ruben Rachina. I think he starts at Barcelona, or not starts at Barcelona. He was at Barcelona a few years ago before Blackburn signed him. He's a very good striker in the game. Not sure how cheap he'll be at Blackburn. But anyway, I'll leave it at here. I'll leave in the description. I'll leave the save game. You can check out whatever you like. If you want more videos, but I don't plan to make another one of these because, like I said, I'll have the save game in the description and you can check everything out yourself. So thanks for watching. Please leave a like. It really means a lot. And hopefully this video can be successful like the other one, getting a lot of views. But most importantly, I know people like to see this. So if there's any videos similar to this that you want to see, whether it be tactics or anything you really want to know, just leave comments. I'll see if I can make a video. So yeah, thanks for watching once again, and I'll see you guys soon.